Why, hello there. I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
You'd never guess that.
I know. Sometimes you come here and you're like, what were they up to today?
Well, we were up to a lot.
We were, but we watched a movie. It is called Modern Persuasion. And yes, it is a riff off Jane Austen's Persuasion. A modern twist, if you will.
It's right in the title.
Woo. They're not messing around.
Well, I wouldn't have got
They're like,
the
we're going to
reference.
take persuasion and we're going to make it modern.
Yeah.
It's going to be big. Big. Beautiful.
And?
Well, here's the thing. I am going to link the trailer. Let's get that out of the way. I will link the trailer because you have to appreciate its aesthetic and what it's trying to do before you can judge whether you will watch the movie. And I realize, I'll be real upfront with this, my review is going to be a little bit like, what? Here's the thing. First of all, it took not one but two men to direct this modern adaptation of Jane Austen.
It's Jane Austen, so it's not obvious.
It's super hard. So Alex Appel and Jonathan Lizecki worked real hard on this. They hired Alicia Witt to play Wren, our leading lady. So she is working for this company that's either PR or advertising, something in that vicinity.
Hallmark occupation.
Yes, you might say that. And the company has come down. It's hit some hard times. They've recently had to move to a less luxurious location. They have a lovely view of Manhattan, which means they are no longer in Manhattan. Wink, wink.
Are they in New Jersey?
I don't think it's that bad.
Okay.
So there's a brother and sister who are the heads of the company. The brother is portrayed as this bumbling fool, bless his little heart. The sister is a little more business-minded. But it's really Wren who's doing a lot of the hard work with the pitches and stuff. She used to work for a bigger company, but she's right at home at this smaller, not mom and pop because it's bro and sis, but
Boutique.
Okay, sure. Yeah, a family-owned business. She's liking it. Except for one day, who should walk in to her place of business?
Mr. Darcy?
You're so close it hurts.
Oh.
Well, it hurts. No, not Mr. Darcy, but an old flame. An old boyfriend who now, when she dumped him, he was a nobody, but he is now a tech millionaire.
Ooh.
And he has come to engage her firm.
Okay.
Not knowing that she worked there.
Oh.
So, yeah, they have a serious run-in in the conference room that does involve a bumped head. And wouldn't you know it, Owen, played by Shane McRae, is back in her life. Oh boy,
deal.
now they're gonna have to work together, and this is, as she does not want to, because it obviously did not end very well, and it's awkward, but she doesn't have a choice, because the firm is in a bad way, and he is a big client, yeah. And she's basically the whole thing, the whole show. So, yeah, she's back in the saddle with Owen. Now, I mean, they've both moved on. Luckily, Owen has a right-hand man named Sam, played by Dominic Raines. And Sam is pretty cute himself, let me tell you. And even worse than being handsome, he's broken. Oh my gosh, is there a woman alive who can resist a broken man? No, there is not. He's heartbroken, he's got this puppy sadness, and everybody just wants to back to life, They just want to cuddle him until he's not sad anymore. Gosh, irresistible. But then there's Aunt Vanessa. Aunt Vanessa, played by the wonderful Bebe Neuwirth, who I have to say is actually the best the best actor in this ensemble. I mean, that probably went without saying, but in her very small, limited role, she shines. She is noticeably wonderful. So good for her. But Aunt Vanessa has had a habit of telling Wren her true thoughts on all of Wren's boyfriends. She did not care for Owen, let me tell you. She might be reason number one why Wren broke up with him, because he was not good enough. Is anyone good enough? Funny you should ask, Sean. Because actually Aunt Vanessa has someone in mind for Wren. His name is Tyler, played by Chris O'Shea. And let me tell you about Tyler.
Please do.
Is he a little too smooth?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. He's handsome, he's fun, but he's slick.
Yeah,
he's got all the right
Vanessa
lines.
fell for him.
Oh, she didn't fall for him. She's trying to get him together with Wren.
Because she fell for him.
Well, okay. There's a little thing. So, oh my goodness. Halfway through this movie, I did think to myself, this Hallmark movie has very few, like, Christmas decorations. And only, like, having that weird thought did I remember it's not a Hallmark movie, it's not a Christmas movie, it's a regular movie based on a Jane Austen novel. It is called Modern Persuasion. So why do I think I'm watching a Hallmark movie? Well, thing number one, Alicia Witt. I'll say she is one of Hallmark's mainstays. I had watched her in probably 2 to 3 Hallmark movies already this year. So she's putting out Hallmark vibes. That's not on me.
No.
Number 2, gosh, guys, is Jane Austen like the prototypical Hallmark writer? Persuasion is kind of known as her first romance novel. Now, I know you'll think that a lot of the ones before that were romantic.
I did think that.
This is the last novel she ever wrote. It was published after she died. But really, the romance novel didn't really exist when she was writing earlier stuff. This is one of the books that really encouraged people to think about romance and romantic novels and what they meant and what are their essential elements. And so I was thinking a lot about this, how I had confused a Jane Austen movie, I mean a modern Jane Austen movie, for a modern Hallmark movie. And so I was thinking about these essential elements, and Pamela Regis actually writes a really good book about this, about the romance genre in general. And she had isolated 8 essential elements to any romance story. So I took a look at them. Number 1, society defined. So you start off any good romance story, or I'm going to argue Hallmark movie, by defining society. Now, in a Hallmark movie, it's usually they work too much or they hate Christmas. That's usually, because the society defined is usually a flaw. There's usually a flaw in what's going on. So it's a corporate culture, it's a secular culture. There's something going on that in society that's not right. Number 2, the meeting. Oh, we love a good meeting. In movies, we usually call it a meet cute because people never just like work together for like 5 years and then get the courage up to ask each other on a date where the other colleagues don't show up. No, in a movie, they always like, well, it's often a coffee shop. Let's be honest. But yes, they will often bump heads. Somebody will drop their papers.
They'll be competing over the same ornament.
Oh yes, they both reach for the same thing at the same time. Oh boy. So there's a cute meeting. Then there is the barrier. The reason why, despite this cute little meeting, they can't get together.
Because they hate each other at the start.
Often they do, yeah. Often they do. Or they're like a colleague and client.
True.
You know, there's, oof, that's
tough. Or they were in a
tough.
past relationship and it didn't work out because one had to move to the big city.
That's right. Or one still has a boyfriend or girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's number 4, the attraction. Because they have to spend some time together and they're doing activities. They're discussing their values. And They're just finding each other so wonderful. Which leads to number 5, the declaration. Finally, someone will just come out and say it. Like, not so much I'm into you, but like, you feel this, right? There's a feeling. Oh yes, there's a feeling. There's a feeling. Feeling is confirmed. Feelings have been caught. But number 6, Pamela Regis calls the point of ritual death, which sounds terrible, of course. It sort of is. Despite this recent uptick, like, oh, we're now first we couldn't really be together, then we really liked each other, then we decided, yeah, we do, let's put this out there, we declared it. And then comes crashing down, they find out a reason why they really can't be together.
Yep.
It's usually in a Hallmark movie, some misunderstanding, yes. You see him with another girl, turns out to be his cousin or whatever. There's a misunderstanding, but it really makes you feel like, oh my gosh, just last night we were almost kissing. It's a Hallmark movie. You don't kiss till the end.
That's right.
We almost kissed. We told each other we were going to get married and we almost kissed. So it was like a...
Real close.
Yeah. And then today I see he's out with another girl. And instead of reasonably just asking, no, I'm going to run back to New York, accept the job away, and never speak to him again.
Yeah.
You know.
As you do.
That is the point of ritual death. Then number 7, the recognition. So of course this misunderstanding will be cleared up.
Yeah, because they're the dumbest misunderstandings
usually
ever.
Very easily.
All it takes is one conversation.
One person will be like, no, that's his cousin.
That's not what happened.
Ooh, recognition.
Oh.
Boy, I was a bit dense. I should have stayed and asked. Yeah, recognition. Whoop, light bulb. And then finally, number 8, the betrothal. Yes, in the Hallmark movies, it's usually the kiss. Yes.
Fade to black.
Yeah. But I mean, because they've kissed, it's a forever kind of getting married love.
Yeah.
Because there's no other kind in Hallmark. But yes. So I was like, holy cow. Hallmark, I always laugh about Hallmark's formula, but it turns out
that is it.
Hallmark has been following Jane Austen's formula this whole time. So
they're, in a way, they're all Christmas classics.
Yeah. There you go. There's no more arguing. I think we gotta show respect where it's due. So back to Modern Persuasion, which, yes, goes through all of these things. And remember, she has got 3 men to choose from.
Woo.
Yeah, and younger women, her own assistants competing for the men. And her meddlesome aunt really, voicing her opinion. Anyways, so what I will say about Modern Persuasion is that it did not persuade me that it was a great movie. Because I confused it with a Hallmark movie, I have to say it really is actually within that vein of romance. So it is very light and slight. There's not much to this. I don't think they've added a whole lot by making it modern. It's not bad. I think it may actually help you transition to, life after Christmas. When you have to stop watching, if you care at all about appearances, you have to stop watching Hallmark movies for a time period. I won't say how long, but you should stop. There should be some months where you do not watch the Christmas movies. Modern Persuasion could help fill that gap.
That void.
Could help you detox a little.
Well, it's not
safely.
really detoxing.
Well, it's not Hallmark. It's like the methadone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's a ringing endorsement.
It's the methadone of Hallmark movies. They'll probably put that on the DVD cover.
Well, if there is a DVD.
Well, that's true. Oh gosh, I'm old.
Nope.
Ooh, she
long
stings.
for those classic
Oh.
past.
When Persuasion was just Persuasion.
Whenever it's just Persuasion.
Yeah.
In Jane Austen's day.
Ah!
No, I'm just saying. Back when they had DVDs.
Sean?
Yeah.
Whoa, you dug a big hole.
No, I'm not saying you're old.
You kind of did.
No, not at all. I'm saying you're retro. Isn't that better?
Sean, no, it is not better. I am thoroughly modern Millie, I'll tell you.
That's true, you are.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. I really am gonna die. I'm overheating. I might start crying. Anyways, Daniela Pineda, Liza Lapira, Lee Jun Lee, Mark Moses, Adrian Moore, Jen Harris. You got a big cast. Some good people actually in there. It is not a meaty movie. It is really just going to probably be for those romanceaholics who can't get enough. The rest, you can skip it. So otherwise though, this might be a good January watch when you're coming down from all the Hallmark feels. You just need a little something to get you through January. You know, January is a long month.
It is.
And
It's probably the longest month.
Probably the longest month.
Well, I mean, I know it's tied for the longest, but like, all things considered.
It's the longest month.
It's long.
Yeah. That's right. So if Modern Persuasion can get you through, then there's no shame in that.
It can't hurt.
It can't hurt. That's right. For the rest of us, I think we do need to start showing Hallmark a little more respect. They are cribbing from the best. Yeah, it's cheating, but if you're cheating from the smartest kid in the class, there's, you know, you got that going for you, right? So, Modern Persuasion. I don't know if this movie needed modernizing. And since it's still about finding a girl a husband, I'm not sure how modern it can really get. Perhaps a Modern Persuasion would be if she was persuaded she didn't need a man at all. But that did not happen, guys. I'm sorry to tell you.
Well, maybe postmodern persuasion will fix that.
Oh, let me get on that one right now, Sean. Coming January 2022. So yeah, that's what I have for you today, Modern Persuasion. It's going to be available on VOD. Check it out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.